All right, so I got a quick video here for you guys, a little sort of a tip, and it's a very important one, I think. I get questions constantly, all the time from people, random people actually. They're desperate to find the wiring diagram or some documentation and manual on a flight controller, typically a flight controller, or some other electronic part from their FPV drone or something that they purchased in the past, or something that was embedded or built into their drone, and they need to fix something, but they can't find the documentation because that part's been discontinued. And typically, once it's been discontinued and the product has been removed from the manufacturer's website, finding documentation is almost impossible. um, I know this because I've tried to help some very desperate people. They said, "Oh, I've been searching Google for days, weeks, I can't find it, can you help me?" And I'm like, if you've been searching for weeks and you can't find anything, why do you think I will be able to find anything? And I guess some people think like, oh, maybe like I've saved the documentation, for example, or I'm able to contact the manufacturer and get it from them for them. And I'm like, well, you'll probably, if you contact them directly, you'll probably get a response faster than if you go through me. So I'm not sure why people do that, but I'm making this video just so that in the future you can avoid this problem. So when you buy a part, like say for example this one here for the X12 from Happy Model, you buy from Race Day Quads, typically they're going to include documentation on the product page here, including wiring information, because sometimes, oftentimes the pads aren't labeled on the boards because the boards are so tiny. There's so much crammed in there. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save this. Take a snapshot. I mean, Windows, you have this snipping tool. You click over here and grab this and then save the JPEG to your desktop somewhere, or your PC, some sort of a drive somewhere, where you have backup documentation. So that later on in the future, when you need this reference material, when it's been removed from the internet, you'll have that available to you. Because a lot of the older stuff, once the documentation is gone, you're pretty much SOL. Yeah, you can ask me, but a lot of times, I honestly making this video because the last few times I've been searching for things that were removed, that have been discontinued, I haven't been able to find it. And yeah, I could probably go and spend an extra 10, 20, 30, 40 hours of my time doing that, but I'm not going to do that because I've got a life. I've got a regular job. Maybe you should probably ask one of the other full-time YouTubers like Joshua Bardwell or someone like that who's got a lot of time in their hands. Who knows? It's just that you want to save this information ahead of time so that you can avoid the problem of being this desperate person. I need the documentation. I can't fix my drone. You want to avoid that situation by going to the product pages of the flight controller or whatever that you're interested in, and then save that for the future. Because trust me, you may not need it now, and you may not think you'll need it in the future, but at some point you may need it, and you might not be able to find it later on the internet. So, very important tip: make sure you save the stuff that you have when you have it available to you, and not think, oh, I can just get that at some point later. Because trust me, these pages will disappear. And you think that some things live on the internet forever, but for some reason, that doesn't seem to apply to flight controller documentation, because a lot of that stuff seems to disappear and it is next to impossible to find later. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. And pass on the word to other people and your friends. Save the documentation when you can, when you have it, because it might not be available to you later. It'll save you a lot of heartache and trouble and desperation down the road. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I'll talk to you guys later.